Guys, Dremo is now replying again. When people came out to say, Dremo actually took Sarkodie's style, copied Sarkodie, and all those kind of things, he decided to do it again and did a better reply this time around. And now Sarkodie has not replied. That is what a lot of persons are really talking about. Some people are saying that Dremo is too small for Sarkodie to reply, but Sarkodie went into the studio to reply evanescing. Sometimes when you guys talk about all of this, I get interested because some people speak about all of this with sentiment, especially Ghanaians. They need to understand one thing, that rap is just rap. Rap is just content creating. Rap is just speaking about your mind sometimes. So you have to jump into the vocal booth and make some rap for us, because the rap culture in Africa is really dying. So we need to revive it with all of this. Remember that Calligraph Jones has been dissing a lot of Nigerians. A person of black bones jumped into the studio and replied Calligraph Jones. You choose rap genre as your own, kind of style. So you have to do what the culture says. Rap genre is all about beefing. It's all about speaking your mind. Airing your own opinion. That is what it is right here. That is what a lot of people need to actually understand. Just like what is happening in the US right now, we have Drake versus Kendrick Lamar, and the likes of Rick Ross is jumping on it, and a lot of people are jumping on it. Some persons are jumping out of it. That is a person of Joko. I think we have to really understand it. It's not about physical violence, it's about lyrical massacre. That is something you need to understand. Some people say that Sarkodie didn't this OBO and a lot of others like Burna Boy, Wizkid, Ashake directly. And you need to understand that those people he mentioned their name, they are far better than him. That is something. It's not easy to get a Grammy nomination. It's not easy to win a Grammy. That is something you need to understand. So for him to start that, he needs to finish it. So the likes of Dremo, that is Davido's boy, decided to jump into the vocal booth and do a lot of verses to him. Right now, this guy is trying to shy away from the truth, saying that, you know what, I don't reply somebody who has no achievement. What of evanescing you replied? Man, you lied. That is something you need to understand. Forget about this thing that Sarkodie is the biggest rap in Africa. That is not what we are talking. It's not the biggest rap in Africa or the biggest rapper in Africa, because most of the time I listen to Sarkodie, he is either speaking his kind of dialect, and that is not rap for me. When you cannot communicate in universal language, because I don't understand your language, what I understand is English, so you should be able to talk in English language sometimes. So when you talk about that, you should be calling the likes of Nasty C, the likes of Emma Abaga, the likes of Vector, and a lot of others. That is something you need to understand. Some people are really coming out to say, you know what, we have good rappers in Ghana, but we have a lot of them. Even skit makers are rappers in Nigeria. That is something you need to understand. So don't really underrate Nigerians. We have a lot of them queued up. They don't want to, start the diss right now. They are just leaving it for the junior boys to do and to roast Sarkodie. And that is what he is really getting for making reference to OBO, to Burna Boy, to Wizkid, that is Machala, in his song called Brag. He bragged about himself, but don't call these guys. They are bigger than you. You should acknowledge that. They are bigger than you. They are taking over. They are taking Afrobeat to places. They are taking your own artists from Ghana, the likes of King Promise, to places. So you have to respect them. Even Burna Boy actually contributed to the career of Black Sheriff, and you acknowledge that. So you should understand that when you talk about these guys, a lot of people are going to respond to you in Nigeria. That is what you are really getting. So don't be angry about all of this. Dremo is on the feast right now. He's feasting on Sarkodie. That is something I believe. And we still got a lot happening in the US. A person of King Combs, that is rapper Sean Diddy's son, has decided to respond to, kind of all this 50 Cent in a recent song. Let's catch a glimpse.
Baddies, they ready to go with me. I just nod and they know to go get them. Just lay back in that Virgil Maybach.
What is your own takes about that? Let's go back to Dremo. Dremo is really doing well, based on what I've been listening to in his songs, based on the lyrical content and how he play with words and other things. I think this guy is really, really hot and back in the game. So Sarkodie should do well enough to respond to this so that the whole thing can start. We can rejig the rap sector. A lot of people can jump into it and make do with this time around. I remember the rap sector after the beef between Vector and MI at the time. The rap sector in Nigeria or the rap genre actually collapsed for some time. But right now, some people are bringing it back. So that is what we need the culture to be right here. What is your own take about that? Let's listen to Dremo.
No be beef, I'm just catching the vibe. Congrats on the CDs, man, you cannot reply. This is hip hop trying to keep it alive. Fuck with me to get on the mic. You other rappers will get a response. But if you see this, man, you gotta reply. If you see reply.
Dremo actually roasted Sarkodie in those songs that came in from him, or those raps that came in from him. So I need to see the side of Sarkodie, because Sarkodie is tagged to be the giant of rap in Africa. So he needs to represent himself, not speaking his language just to kind of jig us, not about jiggity jiggity. So we want you to speak clearly to Dremo. That is something we need you to do, because we have a lot of people already lined up. They are about to roast you, Sarkodie, my guy. You have to understand. I love Sarkodie's, song. So I want rap to be rejigged in Africa. Calibra Jones started his. The likes of Black Bones responded, and now Sarkodie, a person of Dremo, is responding. So that is how the rap sector is going to be rejigged in Africa. So at the time, we can really achieve a thing together. Ghana, Nigerians, they are still one, but this is rap. What are your own takes about this? I want you to put it in the comment section so that we can talk about it further, because a lot of people are really excited about, yes, Sarkodie coming out to softly dits a person of a Burna Boy, Whiskey, Davido, and Ashake, and a lot of others. But right now, he's getting a lot of doses from these guys. That is what it is right now. Dremo is taking the bull by the horn right now. The guy is twisting it so hard that a lot of people can really attest to based on what he has really dropped in recent time. Rap is really interesting, and it's really a game that you have to understand. It's not a fight thing. It's not somebody come to Ghana now so that you go collect, come to Nigeria so that you go collect. Forget. Somebody said that Dremo cannot really enter Ghana. What of Sarkodie? Nobody is a monopoly of violence. That is something you need to understand about the whole thing. Nobody is a monopoly of violence. That is something you need to understand. When you strike somebody, expect that person to strike you back. That is what deterrence is all about. What we are talking about right now is to go into vocal booth and respond to this guy. Yes, Sarkodie was quick to respond to Yvonne Nelson when she wrote a book, citing Sarkodie in that book. But right now, this guy is slow to respond to Dremo. I think maybe he's gathering a lot of information to do that. But when he does that, referring to Afrobeat in your diss is going to sink Ghana music industry. That is something I kind of understand, because a lot of people are going to come against your music industry, and your music industry don't have the flesh right now. They are still building. They don't have the capacity to withstand the wave from Nigerian music industry. That is something you have to be careful about. Before I jump off, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos, and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos. I love you guys. Keep supporting Afrobeat Blog across social media platforms.